The time is 9:30 a.m. July 11th, year 2024. Law enforcement from Washington, D.C. and U.S. feds are in process of coming in with the key in the gate, a key that lets them right on in into the property, with the Department of Mental Health. As soon as I go on Facebook or do any sort of public action on social media, I'm to be declared, once again, who knows what, by the Department of Mental Health, whatever they want to allege I am today. It could be, I don't even know, I guess schizophrenic or whatever they want to let themselves in the house with the front door key, come and say that I am, arrest me for it. And if that fails, declaring that I'm a suspect of severe mental illness and a danger to myself and a danger to the public, and they have to let themselves in with the key on the gate, go up to my bedroom door and arrest me for it. To my complete and total surprise, they're standing out there again on the Instagram videos, on the YouTube videos once again. If that doesn't work with their cops, they come with law enforcement. The whole world knows they arrive like that with a plentiful amount of law enforcement to cart me off and handcuff me, so on and so forth. So if that fails, then the U.S. federal law enforcement departments pick this up from there, and I am to be accused of being a spy, and I am to be accused of being guilty of all of the terrorism that I put online for 5 years. Starting September, I've been putting this terror cell online. They're going to say I'm guilty of it, that I'm the perpetrator of Muslim Sharia law terrorism. Alrighty, so no, this is really serious. They're desperate here. They're desperate. And I'm pretty offended that they're going to try to accuse me of the very terrorism that destroyed my life. All those times I had to bathe, breathing through my mouth, which was, I'm not allowed to talk about whether or not I'm still doing that in this terrorist cell. How the public could see over the course of time that I stopped being able to ever even speak about anything I was witnessing on the internet. And how the public can see that nowadays me even going online is real spotty and hit and miss, where I used to be online all the time like a television network. I was just online. No, it got that scary and that serious in here. And as far as I know, I'm the only one that's still alive in this fucking property, but there's all kinds of people always in here. Crashing, banging, dropping stuff, dragging bodies off on the first fucking floor. Everything I have said, I know what I heard. There was 2 times I was in the bathroom and this shit happened. On floor 1, I'm standing right over whoever was dragging off that body. 3 different times. I know what I've witnessed in here. And now the cops are going to come, let themselves in with the key, and arrest me for that shit? You think I'm dragging off bodies? Okay, I have some emotional here. And to always plug my ears, which is what I'm doing, and always keep the emotions put in a jar, and just report, and only report what is allowed, and only report at the time on the clock that it is even allowed at all. I've gone fucking completely sick of this. I'm still sitting in here waiting like a dumbass for fucking cops to arrest me. The emotions are not something I can contain anymore and jar them up. I'm destitute. All right, the list goes on, okay? The grievances goes on and on. Founded legal grievances. Where's my lawsuit? Where's my restitution? I am to report. I was poisoned again today. Over 5 times in the course of 2 hours. And within those 5 times of serious gas poisoning, I had to race to the bathroom. 3 of them. Race and race and race. Run as fast as you can. Go diarrhea, go diarrhea. I told the public they would do this. They're down the street talking about arming with long-range missiles, weapons to Germany to shoot them into Russia and shoot them at China. They're down the street talking. Do you know what NATO is about? And they're gassing me. I said they would do this, poisoning me, man, gassing the living life out of me. While they're doing that, and then sending up a gang of freaking law enforcement, federal and precinct, to arrest her. What is this? What is this Department of Mental Health? What Department of Mental Health uses a key to let themselves in, and repeatedly comes and harasses anybody for their mental health? Well, we're concerned. Like, I'm at my wit's end with these fucking people in this fucking city. The cat is Talia. She's waiting for her vet, who is her dad. She's a crybaby. She lives with me. I've done tremendous work with her. But I don't talk about anything online but terrorist. I'm going to plug my ears because the little baby likes to talk. She's a wonderful baby. And she has a soulmate. It's a dad. She has a dad. I'm going to see her through to her dad, Biden and Trump. You're not going to stop us. Me and my cat's in here. You're going to come arrest me and torture us some more. Let me stick to my report. I'm really having a hard time. My ears are plugged. My baby cat's crying. I got emotions coming out my ears. I'm tired of containing them. I'm tired of putting them in the jar. I'm tired of waking up here every day. I'm tired of being poisoned. And I'm just supposed to keep reporting like a robot. I'm not a robot. Okay. I can't report anything I witnessed in or outside of this terrace cell, 1509 S Street Northwest, other than that I was poisoned over 5 times and it was intense pain. I'm talking grabbing your pancreas, grabbing your abdomen. You can't think or do anything but just be consumed and overwhelmed in physical fucking pain. And then 3 of those times, I just had to run. You get up as fast as you can, grabbing your stomach, and you just run, and you let it all out through your bum. You go diarrhea. You just run, and they just do this to me. And I come back, and they do it some more. Okay? They stopped poisoning me. So far, for the last 20 minutes, I have not been grabbing my stomach, grabbing everything and racing. Okay? They still have their hands on chemical gases, and they're using them on me like it's completely legal and just another day in the United States of America, because it is. And this is on your Facebook, your Instacart. Oh no, excuse me. This is on your Facebook. This is on your Instagram. This is on your Twitter. This is just another day that you're exposing your children to this kind of brutality. It's just your culture. You've taught your children this is what happens to people who dissent white nationalism. You have definitely ingrained this in your young children. You have ingrained in your young children and your teenagers that this is what happens to anyone who opposes the country of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, you're a whole bunch of crack meth addicts in a little tiny country that's supported and armed by my country. And you never thought about this, Saudi royals. As you send in thugs to arrest me and poison me, because you're half the problem of this terror cell. Saudi Arabia is a big problem in Washington, D.C. They order around the White House. They order around the police. Saudi Arabia, I'm an American citizen. You are torturing me from a foreign country. Your problem is these special ops, but you fail to realize that. Oh, I know that. You're crack meth addicts. The prince, the dad, all his thugs of the prince can control the media with all your oil money, but you're a tiny little country desperately trying to arm yourself with nuclear weapons from my country that I am a citizen. And I do have a say about this, Saudi Arabia, and I will see it through that your people are liberated and that you, Saudi Arabian royals, no longer torture them like you torture me. I will see it through. In your little country that's sitting like a duck. You think I'm a sitting duck? You need to try this on for size, Saudi Arabia royals. You're a little country in the Middle East sitting like a duck, desperate for America to save you. Let me remind you what I am. I am an American citizen. You might want to look somewhere else, Saudi Arabia, for someone to save you. All right, I'm up to 12 minutes. So I was poisoned 5 times. The culprits are the Saudi Arabian royal, they control the government, the Saudi Arabian defense minister, so on and so forth. That's your culprits today, who's poisoning me. Your culprits are the U.S. White supremacists that do whatever they're told by Saudi Arabia. That's your law enforcement precinct and your law enforcement federal. And then you can just go down the list. A lot of it's self-explanatory. Who your culprits are, who are keeping this house from being searched, investigated, seized, any of it ever stopping. The stuff and things I witnessed that I'm not allowed to report right now. The only thing I can report is the poisoning, which happened in the last 2 hours, and the time is 9:43 a.m. It just gives you obvious when I woke up. It's July 11th, just to repeat that. And anything that happened before the poisoning or after, I'm not going to be able to talk about it on the internet. So I can't talk about anything I witnessed outside my windows. I can't talk about anything I witnessed in the property. And I can't talk about anything before or after. I just can't talk, folks. And notice the pace that we're at with that. All I ever say anymore is I can't. And it would be a whole bunch of white supremacist thugs from Iowa and the Aryan Nation. And it would be a whole bunch of Sharia law thugs from Saudi Arabia telling a woman like me that I can't. And have I said this before? Let me close with this. These terrorist thugs, white and Middle Eastern terrorists, one of them is Al-Qaeda, one of them is white supremacist from the United States, have got this woman, me, Heidi Granger, saying I can't. A little too much, because I can, all right? I can. And Saudi Arabia, remember, I am a United States citizen and you are a sitting duck in the Middle East in a little tiny country. Adios.